Hello citizens of the verse, I'm just a tourist of the Frag nav console and a Frag character. This video is about the white ball bug, which may have happened to some of you, or maybe you've heard about it and you want to know how to prevent it. But basically what this bug is something that happens to your character which turns you into a little white ball. So what I'm going to be talking about in this video is the two possible things that you can do to fix this issue, and I'm going to tell you right now that you're not going to like either of them. So first of all, what the bug is. The bug is something that happens while you are using the equipment manager. While you're saving a loadout, something happens where your loadout does not get saved correctly, and your character gets turned into basically a small white ball. Once this happens to you, it pretty much breaks the game for you, because you cannot use Mobiglass. I'm hitting the Mobiglass button. You cannot use the star map. And furthermore, if you go outside and airlock, the game thinks that you have no suit on, you don't have a space helmet on, and so if you go outside while this bug is in existence, you're basically going to die because you don't have a spacesuit on, and you don't have a spacesuit on because you're a small white ball. Now you may be thinking, well, maybe I can spawn a ship and get to it in time and close up the ship and survive that way. That doesn't work. Believe me, I've tried it. I have a freelancer. I was able to get to it. I was even able to log out into a bed, but your character still dies because it doesn't register the atmosphere of the ship when this bug is in existence, unfortunately. Now, I have been able to determine that this issue is not an issue on the client side. There is nothing you can do with your game install files. You can't delete your user folder and have that rebuilt and get it to work. You can't even uninstall Star Citizen and reinstall it and expect it to work. It's not a client-side issue. It is a server-side issue with your character on the server. In order to prove that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit completely out of the game, and I'm going to log into a completely separate account which I created today. So I'm going to log out of my original account, and I'm going to log in under a new account that I created today. So now I'm signing in under a new account. I've not changed anything in the game. I've not deleted user folders. I've not reinstalled the game or anything like that. All I've done is I've created a completely new account, a completely separate account. I've purchased a new game package, the $35 holiday special game package, and I am now logging in with that. No reinstallations have happened. Nothing has happened with software. This is just immediately after logging out with that bug showing up. I am logging back into the game now. So as we log into the game, once we get in, I'm going to show you what causes the bug. I'm not going to reproduce the bug because I don't want to break this character also, but I'm going to show you what causes the bug and how you can fix it. And then after that, I'll show you some things on the RSI website that you can do in order to get your character fixed at some point, and also where you can file an issue council report so that you can bring more, so that you can bring more attention to the bug, because Robert Space Industries, they need to know that this bug is a big bug. It really should be classified as a blocker because it's breaking people's game. But here we are. I've now logged back in under a completely new account. I have a spacesuit on now. I've got all the little displays and everything. And the important part is that once I get out of bed, I am going to be able to use my Mobiglass and play the game normally the way I could before the ball bug happened. So there we are with the Mobiglass. Now the way to prevent this bug from happening to you and what causes it is the equipment manager right here. What I was doing when this happened was I was trying to get the flashlight to work on my helmet again, and I had read, well, if you take your undersuit, you take your helmet off, and then you take your undersuit off, and then you put your undersuit back on and save, you put your helmet on and save, that can sometimes fix the flashlight issue. And it did fix it for me at one point, but I was trying to get a different helmet that I purchased to work because I wanted to use that one. Well, as I was clicking around in that, eventually the bug happened, which is at some point where you hit save and equip, your character turns invisible and you turn into a small white ball. Now, just theory here, but it could be that as you're clicking around in here, if you click save changes before it spawns on your body, that could be what causes the bug to happen. I'm not sure. I'm not going to try and reproduce it here because I want to be able to play, and I don't want that other $35 I spent to be hosed on another broken character. So what I would recommend for you is don't use this at all. Don't use the equipment manager until they fix the bug. All you're going to be missing out on is you're not going to be able to equip new armor, you're not going to be able to equip weapons. So it's going to take the first person gameplay aspect out of it for you, because if you're just wearing your default suit, then you're not going to be very effective in first person. But that's okay. Just fly missions in your ship. You can do cargo, you can do other missions that don't really require you to get out. If you do have to get out, just make sure to do a good sweep, make sure there's no other characters around, and you will still be able to play. So I would highly recommend not even messing around in Equipment Manager until this bug gets fixed. So if this bug has happened to you, there's two ways to fix it. So the only possible thing you can do on your side to fix the bug immediately and get to playing again is to create an entirely new account. In order to do that, you have to go to your RSI, you have to sign out, and then you have to go back in here, hit enlist, and you have to create an entirely new account. And once you do that, you can go to the holiday special and you can purchase a new game package for $35. Now, obviously, that is less than ideal. Now, you might be thinking, well, maybe I can melt my current game package and repurchase it with store credit. Well, I've already tried that. I've melted my package under my original account. I've waited until I couldn't log in anymore under the RSI launcher, and then I purchased a new package using store credit. That did not fix my character. The only way to fix it is to, one, create a new account, or two, the other way is to file a support ticket. And you're going to be waiting a while to do that. But in order to file a support ticket, you got to go up to help. You're going to scroll down, contact support. It's going to be a tech support issue, and basically describe your issue that's going on here. Now, I submitted my original ticket to tech support on Christmas Day, the 25th. It is now the 31st. I've not heard back. Pretty much everybody at Robert Space Industries is on vacation right now. The developers are supposed to be back next week, but whether or not they're going to be able to get it fixed next week is an entirely new issue. Two things they can do to fix it on their side. One is for them to manually reset your character, and that's going to require your ticket coming up. Now, since 3.0 just came out, we've just been over the holidays, they have probably been inundated with tickets, so I'd be surprised if they get your character reset within a week or two. The other thing that'll hopefully happen is they'll push a new patch next week. It's probably going to be mid to late next week that will reset everybody's characters, push out a new patch, and hopefully that will fix everything. But that's something that we don't know how long this is going to take. It could be within a week. It could be several weeks. We don't know. They're not going to be back in full force until mid-January, unfortunately. So once you've done that, also make sure to go to the Issue Council and file a report. To do that, go to Community, Issue Council. The number of this bug, well, you go to Star Citizen 3, the number of this bug is 45806, so you can find it quickly just punching in 45806. The title of the report is I'm Invisible, which is this one. So far, this has happened to 95 people. So go in here, file a report, confirm it, say that yes, I can reproduce this. So far, this has happened to 95 people who've actually reported the Issue Council. I suspect it's a lot more than just 95 people who don't know about the Issue Council or or just got fed up and they've already tried to get a refund for the game. But definitely go into the issue council, report this so that they now know that this is a major issue. This bug did happen in the public test universe, and the fix for it in the public test universe was to recopy your character. And so unfortunately, the bug didn't seem like a big deal because it wasn't keeping people locked out of the game for very long, because one, you could reset your character, and number two, they were pushing new builds so fast that these bugs never really had time to get traction and get confirmed. And so this one found its way into the live release of 3.0, and it messed up a bunch of people's characters. The other thing we have for you, if you are a white ball, is we formed a club. We have t-shirts. So here's your t-shirt if you are if you've been fortunate enough to have this happen to you. But yeah, those are the only two fixes. One is to wait for Robert Space Industries to either update the game and send out a mass reset to everybody, or get your character reset, which could take a couple weeks, unfortunately. The other option, if you absolutely positively have to play, is create an entirely new account and don't use the equipment manager lest you bork your character. Now me, I have kids that I want to be able to have be able to play the game with me, so this account will go to good use, and I'll also have a backup account in case something like this happens in the future. But for a lot of you, that is going to be a less than ideal solution because it involves spending more money. Now, I suppose you could see if you can get your money refunded once they get this issue fixed, but that's probably also going to take a long time, so I wouldn't do that unless you're willing to never see that $35 again. I'd like to think that they'll be able to refund people's, but that's not a guaranteed, so don't spend it if you can't afford to spend it. So there it is. That is the white ball issue. I'm sorry I couldn't provide better fixes, but that's where we are at right now. So I'm just a tourist of the Frag Nav console and a Frag character, and hopefully I will see you around the verse.